everyone, Karen here, and it is time for card number 7. Now, just like all the other ones, go down below, download the SVG, upload it to your machine the way your machine tells you to do it, cut it out in the color papers you want, and then we'll start from here. So let's go over the pieces. So the 7 is going to be in 3 pieces, and they are all the same size, just this one isn't cut out, this one has polka dots, and this one is the solid. The solid will go on the bottom, then the polka dots, and then this will give it a frame. Like this. Then there will be a shadow layer that will go over the whole front of the card, like this. Here is the card base, which will print out like this. You will score it down the middle and fold it. This is going to go on the front of the card, flush in all directions. And here is the inside, which is a print and cut with the happy birthday. That is the other piece to print and cut. Now, if you want to, you absolutely could separate these and cut these out, but it is kind of a brush script kind of print. So this one probably would be better off just doing it as the cut and print. And on the inside, it says 7 wishes, bright and true. Here's to a year of adventure just for you. So that's those pieces. And like the other ones, the inside will have a shadow. All right, so let's get started here by constructing the 7. Let me grab my glue. All right. So I'm going to start with the polka dots. I'm going to turn it over to the back, and I'm going to put some glue along here, across here, across the top. Now once again, I'm using Kingston paper, and I've been using these for all of these in this series because it just cuts really well in the machines. It doesn't grab, it doesn't tear. It's just really nice. All right, so that will be on here. Now this one will go on top. I'm going to use my fine tip bottle for this because it's a little skinny. So I'm going to flip it over backwards. And I'm just going to put some dots of glue all along the top, down the side, across the bottom, across here, a little bit more here. Then we will just line this up. And because these are all the same size, we're just going to line up on the bottom. We can use our fingers, get it all lined up. Run across, run our hand down. And our 7 is all constructed. And depending on the color combination you use, you'll get a subtle difference. You can use 3 shades of the same color, get something a little bit more subtle, or you can go really bold and go very different. I would use solid though, because of the polka dots in the middle. The only one I would maybe use a print for is the green on the back, and then it would give you multicolored polka dots. But the other 2 pieces I would definitely go solid. So now we have our 7 here. We'll take our 7 and the shadow, which is going to go flush with the card. And let's glue this on. Well, actually, let's see. I guess I have to decide here if I want to put this on foam, and I think I do. So I'm just going to take some foam, and this is the 1/16 foam. Go across the top. And I put a little bit more here where it's thicker. And I'm going to go across the bottom here. And put a little more over here where it's thicker. And maybe one more piece here. And we'll put a little one over here. And maybe a little piece right here. That looks good. And we'll put one more piece here. All right, let's pull all the backing off of this. And this is the iCraft foam that I buy on Amazon in the big giant circles. I like it because the backing peels off so well. All right, and we'll line this up. I'm going to turn this sideways so I can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So I'm going to line it up with the top because this part here and all this here is cut out for the happy birthday. So I'm going to go across the top to get it in the center. And before I press down, I'm going to make sure the bottom is straight. So that looks good. That looks good. All right, so I'm going to press down. And just see, because it is 3 layers, that's having the foam underneath those 3 layers just kind of give it a little bit more of a pop. All right, so now we have the happy birthday. Now the happy birthday this time does not have a shadow. And I did that because there's a lot going on here with the polka dots. And so I thought it would be a little bit more dramatic if it was just the plain white. So this is going to go on here. Now because this is flat here and this has a layer of foam underneath it, I'm going to have to put foam under some of this. So let me grab my foam and figure out how much foam I need. So I'm going to have to go under the B. So just the part under the B is going to need some extra foam. So I'm just going to grab a little dab, little piece here, put this under the B, peel this off, and I'm going to follow along here to line up the B in the birthday. I'm going to pull this a little closer to me so I can kind of see without sticking my head in here. And that goes across the bottom there. And that gives it just a little bit more dimension. And so now we're only 1/8 thick, so you're still good because you're allowed 1/4 of an inch with the post office. Now here again, most of this is going to be hanging off here, so I'm going to need foam, double foam on everything but the Y. So I'm going to grab another piece of foam. I am going to pull the foam backing off of the piece I already stuck on there. And I'm going to start at the P and go across. Now, now I will line up the H right here. Oops, wait, the foam is sticking out here, so let me take that and shove that back in there. There we go. All right, so we're going to line up the H, and there we go. That looks a little floppy there, so I'm going to stick a little piece of foam underneath there. Just going to stick 2 pieces together and slide this underneath. That just looked a little floppy to me. There we go. That's better. Okay, so there's the happy birthday. So now the other pieces, move this out of the way. We have balloons. So now I have 2 yellow, 2 green, and 2 of the navy blue. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the yellow one over here. Then I will put the blue one down here. And the green one up here. I think like this. And then on the other side, I will start off with the green one over here. And then I will put the blue one down here, and the yellow one will be on top. I think like that. Now I want to put 1 piece of foam under the green, and I think I'm going to put 2 under the blue to make it stand up just a little bit more and give it a little separation from the background. So let me put some foam on the back of those. So this one will get 1, and the blue one will get 2. Or if you have a foam that is 1/8 instead of 1/16, you absolutely could just put that on there. All right, so the yellow, I think I'm going to glue straight down, but I'm going to need to put a little bit of foam over here just so it isn't floppy. So I'm just going to put that there, and now I'm going to glue this down. I'll line it up with the edge. So we have a little bit of border here. Press down. And now I'll take the green one and I'm going to put it over here. Now I want to make sure I'm not covering my polka dots when I do this. So I think I actually want to move this one down a little bit. There we go. Now Now I'll pull the 2 pieces of foam off of this one, and I'm going to put this one down here, like that. All right, now I'll do the same thing on this side. So the one in the back here, let's see, we're going to do yellow over here. We're going to put the green one over here, which will be flush, and then the blue one will be on top. So I'm going to glue down the green one first, because I'm going to put the green one flush with the card base. So it will kind of be behind the 7. So I'm just going to slide that one in there. And now I'm only going to need a foam on the bottom of this yellow one, because the top part of it, I think I'm going to rest on the top of the 7. So I'm just going to put foam on the bottom here. And glue on the top. And we'll put this like here. And now this one will have 2 pieces of foam on the back. So we'll cut this. We'll stack them on top of each other. Peel the one off. Now let's see. This is going to be here. It is going to touch part of the yellow one. So I only need to put the foam toward the bottom here. That piece of foam is a little big, so let me trim this a little bit. Okay. Now I will stick this one here. Now I'm going to push with my scissors to get the rest of that foam underneath there a little bit better. Let me look at this. So I'm going to need one more little piece of foam to just kind of place in there, because the yellow one has 1 piece of foam, so I do have a little bit of space here where it's not touching. So I'm just going to slide a little piece of foam in there. There we go. All right, so there is the front of our card. Now let's bring in my project caddy again. And if you're curious about this tray here, this is something I designed myself, and it is in my Etsy store if you're interested in purchasing one. I did actually make some to put in there. So we're going to glue this. This is our message for the inside. And it will go on the black. And this will go on the inside. We'll glue this together. And number 7 is almost done. All right, this will just go in the middle. All right, now when I cut out the blue here, I did keep the polka dots, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to stick a couple of them on the inside. So let's see here. If I take some of the smaller ones, maybe I'll take 3 of the little ones. I think I like it better with the 3 together. And maybe one down here. I think I like it that way. Okay, so I'm going to do this. And like I said, these are just the cutouts from when I cut out the polka dot for the front. Thought maybe I'd hold on to them and see if they would work on the inside. Okay. So that is the inside of the card all done. So all we need to do is to glue the front on. And this will be flush with the whole front of the card, so we're just going to put glue all over. Then we're going to line this up with the front. So So we're going to go make sure it's flush with the top and the bottom and with the right hand side, because the left hand side will hang off just a little bit. It's just like the other cards. Once you put your front and the back together, when you're actually designing this, you do lose a little bit here. So that's why I always put a shadow on the front to give it a nice round shape. So there it is. There is number 7, Happy Birthday, in the books. Alright, so if you liked it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see the other ones as we continue on through our series of shape number cards. And until next time, stay crafty.